somebody walk out in the game, you see asking what if they start to take money, they sponsor money for like your football, what if the next day, but I want to move our national team or the team and next the national team could do that. Good afternoon and good afternoon to your listening public.
Yeah, go ahead. We all have time, my brother.
Quickly, Coach Johnson, my name is Mamoru Kiriko Johnson, alive Coach Johnson. I think I want to appreciate the president for calling because for me, I was really to put on airtime because of
Let me ask you again, when they got collaborating in the playoff. Plus, we have our followers want to know how is it like in the playoff.
I think these are two big teams, who've won championship in this country before. So if you see them playing at the level of the playoff, of relegation, it becomes more like a surprise. But again, this is football. There's nothing static in football. Teams come, pass, and go. And all we can hope is that we get a good game. I think we have one of the best referees in the country handling this one. We have two of the best clubs in the league trying to avoid relegation. It's going to be a long battle. Don't forget, it comes over 2 legs. The second leg is on Sunday. This is the first leg.
Somebody's following me and want to know how is it like the playoff? How is it going to be like? How many teams will be relegated? How many teams will be?
Yeah, we have this one.
Let me ask you again when they got collaborating in the playoff. Plus, we have our followers want to know how is it like in the playoff.
I think these are two big teams, who've won championship in this country.
Pleasant good afternoon and welcome to the program Freedom Weekend Sports here on Freedom 87.9. We sincerely apologize for coming very late. This was due to some technical problem, but howbeit we are here on the nation's premier sports program that comes away every Saturday from 12:30 to 1:30, where we bring in the big guests. We talk about what is happening in the world of sports. We talk about all of the sporting discipline played across Liberia in the world and to bring you up to speed. I'm Thomas Kojo Rolak on this fascinating Saturday, the 27th day of January, and it is the 27th day in the new year of 2024. We want to say congratulations to everyone, all of our sports journalists who are in Ivory Coast covering the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations. Edwin Patafohen, Marcus Tue, Tikla Wesley Jr., and Yusuf Sharif. I want to say bravo to all of you for bringing smile on the faces of Liberian football followers. This is the program, the Freedom Weekend Sports. As you may be aware, during the course of the week, the chief patron of sports, President Joseph Yuman Boakai, made some nominations affecting government. And one key area is the Ministry of Youth and Sports. It is on our preview to look at who has been nominated by the President of the Republic of Liberia to go as Sports Minister. So, Sports Minister designate now is the former technical director for Alpha Otamo. He's the man, J. Bangolu. Cole Bangolu is the minister designate. He will face the Liberian Senate in the sooner possible time to know if he'll be confirmed to become the next sports minister. We'll throw light on him. Liberia has been out of national team head coach since the 29th day of December 2023. There are big names popping up. The man who won the Africa Cup of Nations 2 times on the African continent with Zambia and Ivory Coast, according to the media manager at the Liberia Football Association, who confirmed the news to us a couple of minutes ago. Danisha Smate, Harry Renner is one of those who applied for the big job of the national team of Liberia. Will be looking deep into that. And Coach Thomas Kojo also applied. Antoine Hay, who coached the national team between 2008 to 10, also applied. So we'll be throwing our light into that. But we have invited in studio, expecting his arrival, the president of Senior Female Professional MS Stages Glasgow will be our guest. If not, then we'll run you through what is happening in the world of sport. Lots of things happening across the world. Liverpool coach Jurgen Klopp has told fans and supporters of the club that he will be stepping down his role as coach of the Merseyside club at the end of the league season. So we'll look at it too on the program, the Freedom Weekend Sports. Lots of things to talk about. The Liberia Chess Federation 2023 National Chess Championship came to an end on yesterday, Friday. We know who are those 10 players now that will be representing Liberia. We hope we can get the Secretary General Wilfred Smith or the president of the Liberia Chess Federation, Mr. Thomas Kaya, on the line to give us detail. We now have new champions when it comes to chess in Liberia. Our last champion was Mr. Bobby Bala. He could not make it to retain his championship. We now had Leroy Deverett is the newest champion. He's a very youngster. And Liberia's newest female chess champion is Georgina Saki, winning it from the back-to-back winner Miss Apike Kaya. Lots of things to talk about on the Freedom Weekend Sports. Then we throw our light deeply into those we see as big or top-notch coaches across the continent of Africa who have applied among the 689 coaches who want to replace Coach Ansu Manekita. 689 coaches apply to replace Coach Ansu Manekita as head coach of the national team of Liberia. Mr. J. Cole Bangolu has been nominated by the president, who is the chief patron of sports, as Liberia's newest sports minister. He will go for confirmation at the Liberian Senate. But that go for this break with our sponsor, Crown Stoppers Liberia. When we come back, then we clear our desk. We see how best we can get words from the Liberia Chess Federation and squeeze in our guest if he will be around by that time, Mr. MS Teachers Glasgow, president or senior female professional. Once again, we sincerely apologize for coming out late due to some technical issues. I'm Thomas Kojo Roland.
It's about music. There are crowds in many places, in every community, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hands for the right authority. That it can't take your law in. Crime stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor, if you see a human target, I mean you check. Do it for your safety. If you see it, don't keep it. I'm a part of report it. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us.
Crown Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own self, Omen Samsaya.
Stoppers Liberia is the official sponsor of the program, the Freedom Weekend Sports. So we are trying to get to the president of the Liberia Chess Federation, Mr. Thomas Kaya, to bring us up to speed with the closing ceremony of the 2023 Liberia National Individual Chess Championship. The full round of games, 11 days of games took place during the course of the 14th to the 26th day of January, and we now have new champions. So the president will bring us up to speed with today's program in terms of the closing ceremony, who are expected to grace today's event. But before you do that, get some of the latest in the world of sports this afternoon. Like we told you, we run you through with the Orange National First and Second Division League games that took place during the course of the week. Let me just inform you that MPA Angers remain the only club in the top tier of Liberian football who are yet to pick up a win this season. They play 15 games, 2 draw, 13 defeats, meaning they have managed just 2 points out of possible 45. They were defeated 6-1 by Pinsville based club Pinsville FC during the course of the week. They took early lead, but that lead did not materialize for them until they got an own goal that led Mark Pay to score a hat trick against them. They remain the only club in the top tier of Liberian football after 15 league matches this season, who are yet to get a win for themselves. As it stands, they are heading towards the second tier of Liberian football. In the second division, team was not too good for the Church Boys of Jubilee. They suffered 3-1 defeat to Junior Professional at Tusafi. But we'll run you through with all of the results during the course of the week. But I'll bring you results for or features for the second or the upper women's league in Liberia and that of the league standing. So March the 13th, today, 27th day of January. Rival Angels will go against Just FC. That game is ongoing. It started by 11 a.m. Shatter Angels, the big spenders, go against the league leaders, Determined Girls. And Shatter Angels' first defeat of the league season was against Determined Girls at the Anthony Tottenham Sports Stadium. This time they'll be at home in Carisburg. Stages queen of Chris Gibley, who wants to become president of the Liberia Football Association, go against Soccer Ambassador by 1 p.m. Ria Manju go against Ambassador FC by 4 p.m. And Bassa Girls will tussle against Blanco FC. F Angels go against Sion Female Professionals, who have Edward Dakonti Jackson, who got 4 goals on her return to the top tier of women football after sitting home for the entire first phase. She was back at the playing pitch over the weekend where she helped her team with a 6-0 win in the opening of the second phase of the Women's League in Liberia. And this is how the league table look like for the Uppers Women League. Determined Girls are the league leaders with 36 points. Played 12, win 12, draw 0, lose 0. They score 63 goals and they have conceded just a single goal this league season. Shatter Angels sit at the second spot with 9 wins, 2 draw, 9 wins, a draw, and 2 defeat, making them second in the league table with 28 points. Senior female professional at the tier sports, this team is being managed, or one may say coached by Terry Cole, and they have managed 4 wins, 2 defeat, and 6 draw. They are third on the log with 18 points, followed by Rio Manju with 18 points at the fourth spot. F Angels used to be one of those top-notch clubs when it comes to women's football. They are at the 5th spot with 18 points. So we have 4 clubs level on 18 points, but it is goal difference that separate them. At the 6th spot, it is Stages Queen. The Queens have 18 points. They are at the 6th spot. 7 on the log is Ambassador FC with 17 points. 8 on the log is Soccer Ambassador with 16 points. Rava Angel 15 points. Bassa Girls in the rare zone 6 points. Just FC rare zone 4 points. And Blanco FC also in the rare zone with 4 points. They have managed just a win, 10 defeats, and a single draw this league season. And let me bring you the chart of the top goal scorer with the Uppers Women League. Okay, we trying to get the president of the Liberia Chess Federation was trying to place a call in to us. As soon as the call come in, we'll hear from him about preparation. But we still awaiting the arrival of Mr. MS Stages Glasgow, who has promised to be our guest this afternoon on the program, The Freedom Weekend. Suppose I'm told he's somewhere around the Clareton Bell, making his way here to form part of the program, The Freedom Weekend. Suppose this is being relayed on other community radio stations and they're live on Freedom TV Liberia. So that run you through with news during the course of the week about Minister Designate for the Ministry of Youth and Sports. He's a close friend to the former Sports Minister Zira Wazin. So let me inform you, and then try to break this news for you. Okay, so Jacob Bangaloo has been nominated as the Minister of the Ministry of Youth and Sports by President Joseph Yuman Boakai. Well, according to what we have gathered so far, the minister designate served in several times as the Sports Steering Committee Chair for Lofa County. He also served as Technical Director for Alpha Otamo. He served as Chair of the Liberia Football Association Awards Committee, or one may say the first instant bowl. According to report we have gathered so far, he's the head of the Lofa County Bar Association, and he's one of the 2 lawyers representing the interests of the president of the Liberia Football Association involving the case Mustafa Rajiv versus Ase Montgomery, former Secretary General of the Liberia Football Association at the Court of Liberia. We'll highlight it. We'll talk about what we know more about him. But this breaking news came in of late yesterday evening that a citation has been served to the Liberia Football Association by its former coach, Coach Ansu Manen Keita, through his legal team, has served the Liberia Football Association a citation for a conference to be held next Monday with in respect to a contract termination. As you may be aware, the ex-coach contract got terminated on the 29th day of December, what the football house termed as Sporting Just Plus. And the media manager of the football house will speak to this. Danishas Martin Evogan getting on the line. The ex-Lonestar coach wants an adjust wages from the football house after his contract termination for Just Sporting Plus. According to report, failure on the part of the local football house on Monday to sit with the legal team of Coach Ansu Maneketa this will lead to a lawsuit that will be filed in by the coach against the Liberia Football Association for sacking him without pay. So that's the news. And this news in chess that we have gotten says the Liberia National Chess Championship concluded its activities on Friday with grand success across the two sessions. Youngster David Leroy Debley and Georgina Saki emerged victorious in the Open and Lily session on yesterday. And the event has been taking place at the Single Palace Hotel in Congotown. We hope we can get the president of the Federation, Thomas Kaya, on the line to give us detail about today's celebration. Who are those expected to grace the event? And then we run you through with some of the top-notch coaches across the continent of Africa who have applied. They are among the 689 coaches who applied to replace Coach Ansu Maneketa, a head coach of the national team of Liberia. But this is the breaking news we got so far early this morning that among the 689 coaches, former Ivorian national team head coach, former coach of the Chipolo Polo, that's the national team of the Zambia, who won the Nations Cup in 2012, coach, let me get the name of the coach, Coach Harald Rogers Render, has applied to coach the national team of Liberia. He previously managed the Zambian national team with whom he won the 2012 Africa Cup of Nations. He also won the competition in 2015 with Ivory Coast, becoming the first coach to win the Africa Cup of Nations with two different teams. In addition, he coached Morocco at the 2018 World Cup. From 2019 to 2023, he has been manager of Saudi Arabia. And then at the moment in 2024, he coaches the French women's national team. He has become coach of the African continent or CAF coach of the year on 3 different occasions in 2012 with Zambia, 2015 with Africa, and in 2018. He's widely known as one of the top-notch coaches on the African continent, and he applied for the coaching job of the national team. He wants to coach the Lonestar of Liberia. Can he be the problem solver of Lonestar, or can the government of Liberia pump in more money in terms of moving our football forward? But let me let you know some of those who apply for the job of the national team. Then we hear from Tanishas Mate, is the media relation officer at the Liberia Football Association. For somebody is telling me people who do that, let's hear from Tanishas about the citation that was served at the Liberia Football Association by its former coach, former national team coach Ansu Maneketa, who wants his legal team to sit with the Liberia Football Association to tell us or to tell him why his contract was terminated without any compensation, known as just putting clause. So we have Danishas Akodi aware. Good afternoon. You on Freedom FM Sports?
Good afternoon, Thomas. It's a pleasure to be on the show.
Sorry, my man, I called you aware.
Yeah, unaware, no problem, no problem. That is not gotta be prepared for circumstances like like you put me into. It's a situation I can handle.
Well, we got a news late yesterday evening that the national team former coach Ansu Maneketa has served a citation to the Liberia Football Association for the conference. How confirmed is this?
So I can confirm that the former Lonestar coach Ansu Maneketa is lawyers representing. So I'll do it like this: lawyers representing former Lonestar coach have requested the LFA to a conference, or have cited the Liberia Football Association to a conference around issues regarding his dismissal by the LFA for sporting just cause. So he's being represented according to the citation
by Councillor Swahilo Sese, also named in the legal profession, and Attorney at Law Jala Kova, former treasurer of the LFA. So our in-house legal manager, Benedict Yasia, will represent the LFA at that conference, to make a case on or to hear some of the issues that Mr. Keita has, given to his lawyers on how they can.
So, Danisha, what happened if the Football Association fails to sit down with the lawyers representing Coach Ansu Mane Keita on Monday? What will happen?
No, I mean, it will be a disrespect that you are called. That's the way ordinarily that you requested me to come to your program, and I don't give a reason why I cannot come here. I just, ordinarily it's a disrespect. So the LFA will show up for the hearing, to hear what the issues are by.
Okay.
So, I mean, there's no way we can shy away. It's like the LFA falling through, lawyers for Keita or for any other party, so you gotta, it's a mutual respect. So I can tell you that there will be no way that we will not show up. The LFA will show up on Monday at 4 o'clock. I was speaking to to our legal manager, Anthony Benedict Yasia, that he said the hearing is set for 4 o'clock. It is not a law, so people are misconstruing it as Mr. Keita has
sued the football house. So that concludes. So Danisha, that conclude with this news that former Ivorian national team coach, former coach of the Chipolo Polo team, that's Zambia, also applied for the Lonestar job.
Correct. So Mr. Ave Renda is one of the 695 persons.
Is it 695?
Yes.
Okay, so the number increased. Okay.
So what happened is the number is big, but this is what happened. There are some, it's like in the legal firm or in the accounting profession, So it's the same with the coaching profession. There are some firms who have a number of coaches, so they apply at once with all of their coaches' qualifications. So it's not that individually 695 persons apply, but the total applicants that will put the number to 695. So Ave Rena is one of them. Also, former Lonestar coach Antoine Hay is also one of them. So there are a number of big names who've applied to coach the national team. The technical committee headed by Mr. Alvin Brown, they're doing the due diligence to come up with a short list. Also, former Sierra Leone international Mohamed Kalon did apply. So far, 3 Liberians applied, 2 locally and 1 say foreign based. Like so, Mr. Thomas Kojo and Mr. Robert Latte applied, and also Mr. John Moses applied. So far, so good. Those are the 3 Liberians
who applied for the job.
Yeah, that have applied, but the rest are
all foreign.
Yeah, including Mr. Mohamed Kalon, the former Sierra Leone international.
Thank you, Danisha. Thank you. This is the program, the Freedom Weekend Post. Let's go over the short break. When we come out, we'll continue the program. We had the president of the Liberia Chess Federation trying to phone in to give us update about their ongoing chess activities. Today is expected to be the closing ceremony. The program has been, the tournament has been taking place at the Single Palace Hotel. You're listening to the media relations officer of the Liberia Football Association, who also the BBC sports correspondent, Danisha Smarte, bring us up to speed. Well, what is in the public? Many said that a lawsuit has been filed against the football house. Yes, this is not confirmed. Danisha said a citation has been served to the football house. This break.
It's about musical. There are crowds in many places. In every community, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hands for the right authority. Well, it can't take your law. Crime stopper here for us. Bringing safety to your door. Whether you rich or you poor. If you see you must target. I mean you check. Do it for your safety. If you see don't keep it. I'm about to report it. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, the stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, the stopping crime for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own self-omen, Omen Samsung.
Welcome back to the program, the Freedom Weekend Sports. So we now have the president of the Liberia Chess Federation, Mr. Thomas Kayes, on the line. Good afternoon and welcome, Chief. Thomas, are you there?
Yeah, good afternoon. I'm here. Your line was breaking.
Oh, okay. Well, how's the federation doing, by the way?
The federation is doing great. We put our 2023 national championships on Friday evening last night. Today is the closing ceremony, and we expect to have our players, students, stakeholders, and other sponsors who will be joining from abroad to grace this very exciting occasion. Okay,
we now have two champions. This time, they are the one we turn them a youngster, right? We have Libra, then we have Georgina Saki. You saw this as a surprise coming?
Well, we have seen a lot of changes in our country since the last quarter of 2023.
Okay.
So it's really unfair to say this is a surprise because that is really a country of surprises. But give the trend in chess of late, anything is possible. Liberia chess is showing such a way that why, and anyone who is an aspiring player is always motivated to close the little gap as quick as possible. And Leroy definitely has been someone knocking on the door. I think even before the tournament, I made a joke in one of our private chat room that he's one person who has almost won it on 3 occasions. I think 2 at least I can remember. And is he going to almost win it again this time? And some started laughing and saying, "Oh, his time will come soon," and all that. And the surprise of the tournament really isn't Leroy. Leroy has been there for a while. He's a young player.
Who has been that surprising player? Who has been that surprising player?
The surprise of the tournament is Obadiah Sam, a player who joined the qualifier, meaning to the junior tournament prize, and he did win that, but he performed so extraordinarily that people encouraged him now to opt out of the finals to play in the main edition to try to find a way to break into the top 5, and if he doesn't succeed at that, to even fight for rating. So everyone's surprised.
So
he
now
came close to winning the tournament. Just barring few missteps in certain rounds.
So now we need 10 players to represent Liberia in Budapest, Hungary in September of this year. We have 2 players already, the champions for the women's session and that of the open session. Do you care to name the other players who will join them to Budapest?
Well, for the open session team, we have starting as number 5, spot number 4, Obadiah, who is the surprise of the tournament. Matidi FM Gonhan, who will be making a 10 consecutive trip
to
Lonestar is back in.
He's back in contention to represent the country.
At the
well, Mr. President,
and the new champion who is one of.
Mr. President, we'll have to leave it there. The line is very bad. Mr. President, we'll have to leave it there. The line is bad. The line is bad. We'll have to leave it there. Well, the line is very bad with the president of the Liberia Chess Federation. Let me just inform you that Crime Stopper FC CEO had just walked in. You have a brief chat with us to tell about his clubs, what are plans, what are they targeting, who are those on board now, how are they recruiting players, how they intend to help football. You know, football development in Liberia start from the grassroots. So Mr. Samson is here with me this afternoon. Mr. Samson? my own boss, CEO. I think I would love for you to use the blue mark, which is going to be quite preferable to tell us more. Okay, Mr. Simon, before I get to you, let me get closer with the chess guy. Yeah, Mr. President, go ahead. On 2 minutes, let's just conclude. Mr. President, on 2 minutes, can we conclude, please?
Yeah. So our naming, D-Rod Devlin, Thomas Bakon Hammer, Star, and Arnold Smith, they made the team.
Okay.
And for the women team, we have the newly crowned champion, Georgina Saki. We have Abigail Kaya, Princess Barney, Tita Thompson, and down we have Miss Kenvi Samula. So on the Olympia team, for the women's side, we have 2 new players. And on the open session team, we also have 2 new players in person of D-Rod Devlin and Obadiah Sarr. So we are excited to have a young team on both ends. And we think these are good representatives of Liberian chess for the next 12 months.
And this time, I hope a Liberian journalist will be taken with the team this time.
Definitely. I'm sure that Hungary in the middle of Europe is a nice trip to make for journalistic coverage. And we look forward to having the support of the government and our private sector to ensure that we take not just journalists, we also take some stakeholders, spectators to go and watch the young Liberians who have made the team to go and perform, because our goal, as we have said from the beginning of this campaign, is to finish top 100. And it's not something easy. That's why we have already started making plans for our training, and we're going to go through a very difficult training regime to ensure that we are not just going to win our category at the Olympia, but also to break into the World Top.
Okay, Mr. President. Thank you. It was nice talking to you. We'll talk more today at the hotel. Thomas Kaya, wrapping up. He's the president of the Liberia Chess Federation. Well, we have the chief executive officer of Crown Stoppers FC, a new grassroots club that have come to help other clubs in Liberia in terms of branding, in terms of, like I said, if we are to build the national team of Liberia, we must go to the grassroots. Other countries who are doing it, they are not different than us. We all started together, but it's just because of fun and lack of program, that's why we are not going to major competition. So doing that, there are people who have thought to take on the initiative themselves to go by in the neighborhood, to bring around players, young kids, create a clubs, so that indeed they can compete out there. The players can move from one stage to another. We have the under 15, under 17, under 20, under 23, and that have to see on national team. But to do that, we have to have a grassroots team. Sam Sion has tried to endeavor into this, and he's here with me. Good afternoon, Chief.
Good afternoon, Thomas. Good afternoon to your listener. Well, Thomas, I don't know how, but I really don't love people calling me Mister.
Yeah,
that's correct. That is my trademark.
Okay.
Anyway, I am the president for Crown Stopper FC, but right now, as we speak, we are in the process of recruiting young players. We have some already. We're recruiting coach, deputy coach, or assistant coach, you may call it, and I'm in search of a coach and a team manager that will pay them salary. So we want to use this opportunity on this medium to see anyone interested to coach a very young team can contact us. In fact, my small brother Abu Sharif will be. I don't know whether Abu
is Abu the media manager now.
Yeah, that's the position I'm trying to get. But I want to know whether I got to pay media manager or it's free.
No, media manager need to be paid. Yeah, what need to be paid.
So Abu, I think you got a brand new job. I don't know how much the money for the media manager would be, but I want you to coordinate the process. All of those people, like the coach, you're looking for a coach right now. We have someone who is like an assistant coach or not really a big coach, but he himself recommended that we hire a coach so he can work with our coach. So Abu will be working the process. We'll soon have Crown Stopper FC.
What's the age range in terms of recruitment? Because now people are bidding from grassroots. You don't have to go for the older folks to bring them to our grassroots team. You must go for those younger kids who you can grow, who you can nurture, that will go out there to compete with their colleagues. What's the age range in terms of your recruitment process?
Well, Thomas, my organization, Crown Stopper Liberia, is a community outreach program
that basically deal with various communities across Liberia. We are engaging the young people, the very young ones, so that we will at least have the trademark of saying we took them from zero to something.
Okay.
So we are recruiting very young people.
One may say when your team have started practice already, preparation. Are we? Who see them competing in the tier division league? Maybe in Broadville.
Yes. Well, Thomas, we're waiting to see if we can have the coach first, because we're already practicing with training. But want to see if we can have coach hire hopefully before the end of the month or early next month, so that the coach then will make determination if that team is strong enough, qualified enough to participate. I think Fred will have to register with the FA, right?
Yeah.
So all that process, when the coach come in and the team manager, they'll be able to drill all through the process.
What's the qualification of the coach you're looking for?
Well, I really don't know what the qualification is supposed to be to give you a good coach. What a coach is, this is a new initiative for us. We're just getting in our field. So we'll be behind the coach and the manager and all of those associated with the team. They'll be providing all guidance as to how the sports stuff work around here.
Well, I'm sorry to take you back. One may say, you from the security sectors, what prompted the decision to venture into sports activities?
Well, my interests are in the communities. You know, the communities are called Liberia Constable is a community organization. So for us, not only disseminating messages of crime prevention in the community, we also want to engage the youth. Because if you help the youth, you know, basically taking them through this process, training, football, will keep them off a lot of bad things. So this is one way we can help the young people in the community. So we are transforming, we are expanding our organization. We only, for now, we're talking about football. Sooner or later, we got another organization who will be raising something else for other people. So
football is just one aspect of growing young people. There are two sets of people we have in the world. We have the male, we have the female. Football, when you say football, particularly, many will say it related to boys.
Oh yeah,
is there plans for the girls too in the neighborhood?
Well, we hope we can have people who can work that process. But for now, we want, keep the boys thing for now. Doing female thing is sometimes very difficult. I have a nephew, Isiaka Kroman, who had a female team.
Yeah.
You know Isiaka Kroman female team, right?
Yeah.
And I think they've been doing very well. So instead of having additional, forming additional team, we prefer to provide resources to the team. At the same time, even though they are on the female side, provide additional, resources to support Isiaka team. But one remain focused right now on the boys team and see what we can do. And order the communication, order the talking. Mr. Abu Shari will be basically involved as the press officer for our team. So Abu is voicing communication. You don't expect people like us coming on the microphone. Communication. This is something that you guys use the whole day. You're on the microphone. So I think Abu will do great as a communication manager.
Yeah, so I would love to hear from Abu in terms of running this team. How he intend to do it? What are ways he intend to bring in more people to get attracted to this club? Because it's a new club.
Very new.
Brenny is quite key in terms of moving clubs forward. So I know you love to speak to that, or Abu will speak to that in terms of branding the club. Well, Abu, you can use the blue
your microphone. You can
use the blue mat.
Okay. Thank you very much, Thomas. And I want to say thank you to the CEO of many things, and now we are venturing into sports and youth development. I feel honored to be a part of this project, and I'd like to admonish all of our young people that this is intended to create means of empowerment for our young folks. Our CEO, Mr. Omen Samson, is one man who's quite interested in a very harmonious community where everybody live happily and feel a part of everything, and not having some young people sitting on the side, feeling destitute or left out. So he has always thought of initiatives that brings everyone on board. You see, he's professionally a security personnel, but he has not stopped there. He has gone beyond and ventured into other areas to help build, nurture, and develop the career of other young people. So now we are going into sport, and I'm honored to be that person who will be in charge of the communication and creating the necessary public relations between our team and the general librarian public. This is a project I like to call it to begin with. It's a project to develop our young people, give them career options, career choices, and help them improve on those careers so that we do not have more vulnerable people in the society. Our CEO is quite interested in a violent-free environment. So if we have less vulnerable people in the society, we trust that we'll have a safe environment.
Okay, so let me just close up with the CEO. Probably want to say something I didn't ask me about.
And to add to that, in the recruitment process, we don't just recruiting people from the District 17 community.
Okay.
We actually intended to recruit people from the entire 17 districts of Masorado.
Okay.
So that way, whatever positive impact will reach across the entire country.
How do you intend to do it? 17 districts.
Yeah, we want to recruit from the 17 districts. Well, initially, I can say to you, we have a vehicle, we have a bus, branding bus, that will be taking the players for training back and forth, wherever the destination are. Like Abu said, I told you, Abu is a senior communication expert. He call it a project.
Yeah.
I think this is the right way to start. It is a project. We got several projects going on. This sport project, I'm sure, as we move towards, kick-starting it, by getting it registered and all of the process, sooner or later, Crown River FC will be one of the biggest football teams in this country.
Okay. Sam Sion is the Chief Executive Officer of Crown Stoppers Liberia. So I'd like to say thanks to you guys for stopping. But well, we hope we can provide our own expertise in terms of promoting the team too. So this is the program, the Freedom Weekend Sports. Let me just run you through with some of the top-notch coaches. While I was on I was the coach of Congress FC, Mamadi Benzema Sharif was trying to place in a call. I don't know for what reason, but let me let you know about this before we go to the line to hear from you. There are some coaches who have applied or who apply already to coach the national team of Liberia. Will be very shortly. It says there are big names coaches who apply for the coaching job of the national team of Liberia. They want to replace Coach Ansu Manenkita as head coach of the national team of Liberia. So let me run you through with some of the names who apply. We have Harvard Randall, who coached the Zambian national team. 2012 he won the Nations Cup with them. In 2015 he won the Nations Cup with Africa Coast. In 2018 he was with the Moroccan national team. During the 2018 World Cup he went with Saudi Arabia. He applied for the job. He was part of Coach Claudius Leroy technical team during the Ghana's 2008 Africa Cup of Nations. He was one of the background staff to Coach Claudius Leroy. He is currently the coach of the French women's national team after a successful spell with Saudi Arabia, where he secured a back-to-back win over World Cup champions Argentina in Qatar. He has been named CAF Coach of the Year on 3 different occasions. Another person who also applied for the coach job of the national team is Coach Antoine Hey. Antoine Hey was born in 1970. He is a German coach. He coached the Lonestar of Liberia between 2008 to 2010, with the Lonestar of Liberia going into the 2010 Nations Cup qualifying. They finished bottom in a group of 4 points out of 6 games. He applied for the job. He wants to coach the national team of Liberia once again. Roberto Lani is a former coach of the national team of Liberia. He's an Italian. He once again applied to coach the Lone Stars of Liberia. Coach Lani served as goalkeeping coach for the United States of America team during 1990 up to 1994 World Cup campaign. In 1992-1995, he served as head coach of the Italian amateur national team. In 1998, he became the coach of Georgia Under 21 national team. He also coached the Turner National Under 20 team in 2001. Roberto Lani used to be with the national team of Liberia. Liberian who have had fasting with the national team of Liberia, Thomas Kojo applied. Kojo is a former Liberian footballer who played as a defender. He also currently coached FC AK in South Africa before South Africa Johannesburg. The club was established in 2006. Kojo is a lesson coach. He coached the Lone Star of Liberia on 5 different times after being sacked. And let's go to the line here from you. Call us on 0776 104 104. Who do you think is preferable to become the next coach of Liberia? We have Antoine Hay, former coach of the national team of Liberia, who had a short spell with Lone Star between 2008 to 2010. He's applied to coach the Lone Star of Liberia. Coach Roberto Lani also applied to coach the Lone Stars of Liberia. We have Harry Render, who coached the French women's national team at the moment, won 3 African Coach of the Year. He won 2 Nations Cup with the Zambians and that of the Ivorian national team of Liberia. He applied. Thomas Kojo, a Liberian, also applied. Robert Latte applied. And then I can confirm to you that John Moses, a Liberian coach who based in Great Britain, also applied for the job to coach the Lone Stars of Liberia. So call us on 0776 104 104, 0776 104 104, 086 500 104, and be a part of the program, the Freedom Weekend Sports. Let's hear from you. Who should coach the national team of Liberia after reading the CV of some of those people? Let me get the coach of Congress FC, Mamandi Sharif, on the line. Good afternoon and welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon. That's right. A war-winning journalist.
Go ahead, Chief.
Yeah, when it comes to the national team, it is a very serious thing. It's affecting some of us as local coaches because for so long our national team has not been able to be the kind of team that we want it to be.
Okay.
And for us, our advice to the LFA, our recommendation to the LFA is just simple.
Okay.
That we need a local coach. We need to localize our national team first before depending on the overseas players.
Okay.
We want to build our house, the foundation has to be solid before the roof can be strong.
Okay. Thank you, Benson.
So it will be good that they look in the local league here, some of our local coaches here, appoint them.
Okay, thank you. Call us on 0776 104 104, 0776 104 104, 086 500 104. Be a part of the program, the Freedom Weekend Sports. Who do you want to succeed Coach Ansu Manenkita, head coach of the national team of Liberia? Remember, on Monday, there will be a conference between the Liberia Football Association and the legal team representing Coach Ansu Manenkita for what we term as just sporting clubs. The contract was terminated. Let's get this person. Hello? Yeah. Okay, go ahead. But local coaches have been with the national team and the results yet. Okay, let's get this person from here. Hello? Danima, where you join us from? Yeah, go ahead. Okay, the person seems not to be ready. Let's get this person from here. Hello?
Good morning.
Yeah, good afternoon, Yanima. Where you join us from? This person seems not to be prepared too. Let's get this person from here. Good afternoon. Yanima, where you join us from?
I mean, Alex Toba joining from Fairfield as well.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, my brother, you see, the problem here, I don't want for any local coach to coach the national team now.
Why?
For me, I prefer that particular coach that from Nigeria, what I wanted to go for Gambia.
For Zambia?
No, yeah.
Okay.
I'm a whole pointer.
Okay. You want Randa to coach the Lone Stars of Liberia? No, when you call, no. Don't do this to me. When you call, you walk away from the radio. I will leave you there and pick up another person. Good afternoon.
Hello.
Yeah, Nima, where you join us from?
Yeah, I'm Prince Kogo calling from Lonestar.
Go ahead.
Yeah, for me, I prefer the coach from Zambia that won the African Football Nation.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, it will be good because you're already in the system of Africa.
Well, okay, let's leave it as it is. Let's get this person from here. This person. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, Nima, where you join us from?
I'm Masaki William come from Prophet Gate.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I prefer the man who beat Argentina back to back. in Saudi Arabia.
Okay, thank you. I got this person from here. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, Nima, where you join us from?
I'm contacting you because Canada.
Go ahead, Chief.
For me, I want to look up to you as a teacher.
Why?
Because it's not going to put the audio count and pay for the I didn't call it there. But I don't think that you want to promote a people in the piano. One is I get more money, I get money, on it. We'll get money, I can't call it.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, Chief. Thank you. Call us on 0776. I can squeeze in just two more. They are call it a day on the program, The Freedom Weekend Sports. Yeah, Nima, where you join us from?
I was on New Georgia.
Welcome.
Hello?
Postman, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know, but no local food to put Liberia because the past.
Why? Okay, local coaches. The last time we ever came closer, listen to me. The last time we ever came closer to go to the Nations Cup, two local coaches, Ansu Mane Keita with Liberia against South Africa. It was one of our closest chances we have ever had. And then we had James Diba, Liberia against Togo. Foreign coaches have not had good moments with the national team of Liberia.
Yeah, but the past time that get on the team won't get good results.
Okay. Thank you. Let me squeeze in the last person now. I call it a day. Yeah, Nima, where you join us from?
Yeah, thank you. I'm Bramo Davis from Korea.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I've lost the topic of discussion. Imagine foreign coaches coming and taking the team away.
Okay.
What's the essence of allowing them to come again to take money and carry it? So, I mean, it would be good we try our local coaches, especially from the Africa side.
Okay, thank you. Well, this is how we love to call it a day on the program. The Freedom Weekend Sports has been a very interesting sports program. We had in Omen Sam Sion, Chief Executive Officer of Crime Stoppers FC. He and his media manager, Abu Sharif, they joined us in. Emma Glasgow could not come here due to some unforeseen situations that are pulling a distance away from us. But this is the Weekend Sports. It returns next Saturday with another interesting football or sports discussion. Until then, have a very pleasant time.